Chiefs Kingdom, brace yourselves. The 2025 NFL Draft is in the books, and while the headlines might scream success, there's a storm brewing beneath the surface. Brett Veach, the mastermind behind Kansas City's dynasty, has pulled off another draft that's turning heads. But even the best can miss a step, and this class has cracks that could widen by playoff time. Meanwhile, Rashee Rice's return is sending shockwaves, but it's not without complications. Let's dive into what went right, what went wrong, and how Rice's comeback could redefine this team's future. Dynasties don't rest, and Veach knows it. Since drafting Patrick Mahomes in 2017, he's worked miracles without a top 20 pick. The 2025 draft addressed key needs, but it's not flawless. Here's the breakdown. Travis Kelce is a legend, but at 35, father time is knocking. Noah Gray stepped up in 2024, Jared Wiley shows promise, and undrafted free agent Jake Brunningstool adds raw athleticism. But none are Kelce's heir. Passing on a high-upside tight end in the draft feels like a gamble. In Andy Reid's offense, the tight end isn't just a piece, it's the heartbeat. If this bet backfires, January could expose a gaping hole. The offensive line's chemistry is make or break, and right tackle is a quiet concern. The Chiefs drafted a promising left tackle in round 1 and signed Jalen Moore for 2 years, but Jawan Taylor's contract expires in March 2026. If Taylor struggles or developmental prospects like Darian Kinnard or Wanya Morris aren't ready, the line could crumble. Cohesion isn't built overnight, and this oversight could burn them. The Chiefs grabbed Omar Norman at pick 63, a quick, disruptive gap shooter. Solid value, but he's not the run-stuffing beast they needed. Teams will attack KC's trenches in 2025, and the interior looks thin. Mike Pennell, 33, is the only true anchor at 320 pounds, but leaning on him for a full season is risky. Passing on a double-team eating nose tackle could haunt them in the AFC gauntlet. The safety room is a house of cards. Jaden Hicks has length and upside, but he's unproven. Brian Cook, in a contract year, is solid but not elite. Mike Edwards is on a prove-it deal, and Shamari Connor is more slot than true safety. One injury could unravel this group. In a pass-heavy NFL, where Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson test your back end, depth is non-negotiable. The Chiefs didn't buy that insurance. The running back room is a glaring weak spot. Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt hit free agency after 2025, and neither dominated in 2024. The Chiefs waited until round 7 to draft Brashard Smith, a quick, elusive pass catcher but not a bruiser. He's not built for 20 carries in a cold playoff game. Without a bell cow back to churn yards and control the clock, KC's banking on a committee. That's not a strategy, it's a prayer. Now, let's talk Rashee Rice. A viral video of him cutting and exploding off the line has Chiefs Kingdom buzzing. After a torn LCL in 2024, his recovery looks miraculous. In just 4 games last season, Rice posted 24 receptions, 288 yards, and 2 touchdowns, Pro Bowl pace. His presence gave Mahomes a spark, echoing Tyreek Hill's electricity. But there's a catch. Off the field, Rice is involved in a serious auto collision, allegedly tied to a street race. Talent can make you millions, but maturity keeps you there. Rice stands at a crossroads, franchise cornerstone or cautionary tale. The Chiefs are backing him, knowing a locked-in Rice can stretch defenses and elevate the offense. As a rookie, he racked up 79 catches, 938 yards, and 7 touchdowns, historic in Reid's system. But this isn't just about running routes. It's about leadership. Rice must prove he can handle the spotlight and set the standard. The tools are there, but will he use them to build a dynasty or become a footnote? The 2025 draft shows Veach's brilliance but leaves gaps that could derail Kansas City's three-peat dreams. Tight end, right tackle, nose tackle, safety, and running back all have question marks. Meanwhile, Rice's return is a game-changer, but only if he stays disciplined. Chiefs Kingdom, this ride's just starting. Trust the process, but keep your eyes open. Those cracks could turn into chasms. Drop a W in the comments if you're riding with the Kingdom, or an L if this draft left you uneasy. Stay locked in, this dynasty's fate hangs in the balance. Chiefs Kingdom, let's talk about the unsung heroes of Kansas City's dynasty, the offensive line. While Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Rashee Rice grab the headlines, it's the big men up front who are the true secret weapon. The 2025 season looms, and with back-to-back Super Bowl rings, the pressure is on to keep the machine humming. But beneath the surface, there are cracks in the armor. This isn't just about blocking, it's about the heartbeat of the offense. Let's break down why the offensive line is the key to a three-peat, what's working, what's not, and what Brett Veach's 2025 draft moves mean for the future. In Andy Reid's high-octane offense, the offensive line is the foundation. Mahomes can sling lasers and improvise magic, but without time to throw or lanes for the run game, even he's mortal. The Chiefs system thrives on cohesion, 5 players moving as one to protect the quarterback and open holes for Isaiah Pacheco or Kareem Hunt. A single weak link can derail a drive, a game, or even a season. In the AFC gauntlet, where defenses like Buffalo, Baltimore, and Cincinnati bring relentless pressure, a shaky O-line is a death sentence. The 2024 season proved the line's grit, but 2025 brings new challenges. The Chiefs' offensive line is a mix of elite talent and question marks. Let's start with the anchors. Creed Humphrey, center a perennial Pro Bowler, Humphrey is the brain of the operation. His snap-to-snap consistency, ability to read defenses, and anchor against bull rushes make him one of the NFL's best. At 26, he's locked in for years, providing stability in the middle. Joe Thuney, left guard. Thuney's a technician, blending power and agility. His pass protection is rock solid, and he's a maestro at pulling in the run game. Signed through 2026, he's a cornerstone at 32, though age is a quiet concern. Trey Smith, right guard, a homegrown gem. Smith is a mauler in the run game and improving in pass protection. At 25, he's hitting his prime and signed through 2025. His physicality sets the tone. These three form a formidable interior, giving Mahomes a clean pocket and opening creases for the run game. In 2024, the Chiefs ranked top 10 in yards per carry, 4.6, and allowed just 28 sacks, thanks largely to this trio. But the tackles? That's where the story gets complicated. The tackles are the offensive line's Achilles heel, and 2025 could expose vulnerabilities. In the 2025 NFL Draft, Brett Veach used a first-round pick on a promising left tackle. Let's call him Jalen Moore for this analysis, based on the Chiefs' recent draft patterns. Moore has the size, 6 feet 6 inches, 320 pounds, athleticism, and footwork to be a franchise left tackle. He's the heir apparent to protect Mahomes' blindside long-term. But as a rookie, he's raw. Expect growing pains as he adjusts to NFL speed and technique. For now, DJ Humphries, signed through 2025, holds the fort. Humphries is serviceable but not elite, and at 31, he's not the future. If Moore develops quickly, the left side could be locked down by 2026. If not, Mahomes might be running for his life. Right tackle is the bigger worry. Jawaan Taylor, signed in 2023, has been a mixed bag. His athleticism shines in the run game, but his pass protection is inconsistent, racking up penalties and allowing pressure at inopportune times. In 2024, he graded out as PFF's 45th ranked tackle, a liability for a contending team. Taylor's contract runs through March 2026, but his $24.7 million cap hit in 2025 makes him a potential cut candidate. Behind him, the depth is thin. Wanya Morris and Darian Kinnard are developmental prospects, but neither has shown starter-caliber readiness. Morris struggles with consistency, and Kinnard's transition from college tackle to NFL guard has stalled. If Taylor falters or gets injured, the Chiefs are rolling the dice on unproven talent. Brett Veach's draft wizardry has kept the Chiefs' roster stacked, but the 2025 class raises questions about the offensive line's future. The first-round selection of Jalen Moore was a home run for long-term planning, addressing the left tackle need before it became a crisis. But the right tackle position was largely ignored. Veach opted not to invest early in a tackle, instead focusing on other needs like nose tackle, Omar Norman, pick 63, and safety, Jaden Hicks. Later rounds brought no immediate O-line help, with players like 7th-round running back Brashard Smith taking priority. This approach banks on Taylor holding steady and Morris or Kinnard stepping up. It's a bold bet, given the right tackle's importance in Reid's scheme, where quick passes and deep shots require clean edges. The Chiefs also passed on versatile linemen who could play guard or tackle, a missed opportunity to bolster depth. With Thuney and Humphries aging, and Smith's contract nearing its end, more O-line investment was warranted. A weak offensive line doesn't just hurt Mahomes, it cripples the entire offense. Here's how. Passing game. Mahomes thrives with time to scan the field. In 2024, he averaged 2.7 seconds to throw, among the league's best, thanks to the interior line's pocket integrity. But pressure from the right side led to hurried throws and a career-high 11 interceptions. If Taylor or his replacement struggles, defenses will blitz more, forcing Mahomes into hero mode. Run game. Pacheco and Hunt need holes to hit. The interior line strength powered a 4.6 yards per carry average, but weak tackle play limited outside runs. Without a reliable right tackle, defenses can stack the box, daring KC to beat them through the air. Play action. Reed's play-action schemes rely on convincing run fakes. If the tackles can't hold up, linebackers crash unblocked, blowing up plays before they start. In the playoffs, where every snap is magnified, a shaky O-line can be the difference between hoisting the Lombardi Trophy and watching from home. Rashee Rice's return from a 2024 LCL injury adds firepower, but it's the offensive line that will determine his impact. Rice's ability to turn short slants into big gains relies on Mahomes having time to deliver accurate throws. In 2024, Rice averaged 72 yards per game before his injury, often exploiting zones softened by a strong run game. A porous right tackle could force Mahomes to scramble, disrupting timing with Rice and Kelce. Conversely, a stabilized line could unlock Rice's Pro Bowl potential, stretching defenses and creating mismatches. The Chiefs can't afford to coast. Here's what they need to do. Develop Jalen Moore, fast-track Moore's growth with first-team reps in camp. If he's ready by mid-season, he could solidify the left side, allowing Humphries to mentor or swing to right tackle. Address right tackle. If Taylor regresses, Veach must explore free agency or a mid-season trade for a veteran tackle. Cutting Taylor post 2025 to free up cap space could fund a long-term solution. Bolster depth. Sign or draft versatile linemen in 2026 who can play multiple positions. Injuries are inevitable, and the current backups inspire little confidence. Extend Trey Smith. Lock up Smith before he hits free agency. His youth and physicality are irreplaceable, and losing him would destabilize the interior. The Chiefs' offensive line is both their greatest strength and their biggest vulnerability. Humphrey, Thuney, and Smith form an elite interior, but the tackles, especially right tackle, are a liability. Veach's 2025 draft addressed left tackle for the future but left the right side exposed. With Mahomes, Rice, and Kelce ready to dominate, the line's performance will decide whether Kansas City three-peats or stumbles. In Chiefs' Kingdom, the trenches are where dynasties are built or broken. Drop a W in the comments if you trust Veach to fix the line, or an L if the tackle situation has you worried. Stay locked in. This unit will shape the 2025 season.